perfect at home as they send Fontbonne University packing after a 16-0 win. But there is little time to celebrate as the squad gets set for the conference tournament this weekend. We break down the regular season and look ahead to the semifinal showdown against rival Carthage College right now on the Cardinal Report. Welcome to the Cardinal Report. I'm Marc Dahlquist. Joining me this week is head coach for the lacrosse team, Jenni Kapanen. Coach, thanks so much for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
So the Cardinals had 3 home games in 4 days this weekend, and they win all 3, closing it out with a 16-0 shutout against Fontbonne. Had to have been exciting for this team. What do you think this weekend did to help prepare you guys?
You know, it was a fun week. It turned out to be a little more than we had initially anticipated going in with the Carthage game being moved, but again, I think it gave us a lot of confidence, gave us a chance to work on a lot of the things that we felt we had to work on as a team, and feeling pretty good going to the tournament.
Yeah, the Carthage game had to get moved to Thursday, and you knew that you guys were going to have to play them again this weekend. So going into that game, what was your preparation for the team, knowing that you're going to have to face them regardless, win or lose?
I think our preparation is always about the same. Every time we play, we want to get ready to do our best and hopefully get a win. And especially against Carthage, there's enough history that we always go out there and want to beat them regardless of the fact that we knew we'd play them again.
And after you guys get that win, there's 2 more still on the slate. Was the team thinking at all, hey, we can close out the regular season undefeated at home?
You know, I don't know. That's probably a question that you should ask them. But again, as a coach, as a team, we're not very focused on any of the records and anything like that. And of course, it's a great accomplishment and feels good to win as many as we can. But again, it wasn't really anything that we emphasized as a team. And
with the 16-0 win, were you guys able to work on things? Was you as a coach, were you trying to get some others in there maybe to get some work before you have the MWLC tournament this Friday?
Yeah, absolutely. It was a great chance for us to get a lot of players in, try a lot of new things, and again, really just keep focus on us. We played against a new team, so again, we knew that the competition wasn't going to be that tough, but those are sometimes the toughest games, because then you need to set the tempo, you need to find the shape, you need to kind of keep the game going.
Well, the focus was definitely there, and the Cardinal Report was there to see the team shut out the Griffins to stay perfect at home. Let's check out the highlight. Senior day at North Central's final regular season tune-up. Jessica Morgan, Jackie Morgan, and Danielle Fiala honored alongside their families before their team faces off against the Griffins of Fontbonne University, who are hoping to spoil the celebration. Cardinals waste no time as Claire Norfleet gets the team on the board 11 seconds in, and Jackie Morgan would add one shortly after for the quick 2-0 NCC lead. Then it's time for another senior to add to the total, as Fiala tallies the next 2 to push the lead to 4. Then she works outside the crease and puts the biscuit in the basket to make it 6-0 Cardinals. She had 7 goals on the day. Conference Defender of the Year Gina Fisher shows she can provide offense as well. She had a pair of goals on the day to push her season total to 31. Cardinal goalkeeper Sarah Hahn didn't face a shot in Friday's game, and this one wasn't much different. She was a wall the 2 times she was fired at to keep Fontbonne off the board. And there was plenty of offense provided for the Cardinals as they roll on their home turf to victory, taking down the Griffins by 16. Coach, you mentioned that they were sort of a new program in Fontbonne University. In the conference, there were 6 first-year programs this year. What did that do for your team? Because you guys, just a couple years ago, were one of those new programs.
Well, if anything, I think it just gives us a great perspective because we've come a long way. And at the same time, there's sometimes conversations I have with the opponents and say, you know what, keep doing what you're doing because we're not that far removed. And you're making all of us better, and just keep it up. But having said that, it also feels good to be on the other side now. So it was pretty tough for a while, but again, we knew it was a process going in.
Yeah, and the process has obviously paid off. You guys set the record for most wins in a season this year. What do you think is clicking differently now with the girls from 4 years ago even.
I think the desire has always been there, but right now it's just a matter of having the right personnel and then also a little more confidence with a winning season.
And you guys have had the right personnel from all ranks, the younger girls stepping up, but really your seniors have taken this team, taken the young girls under their wings, and the seniors seem to really be the anchor of this squad.
Yeah, and again, I think they have such an appreciation because they've been on the other side. They started out with the 4-11 record, and now we're 11-4, and they've been the building blocks, and again, I think they've been able to kind of install some of those values in some of the younger ones, saying, you know what, we've come a long ways, but we have a lot more to go, and let's keep working on it. Let's make this as good as we can. And then we had the young group of girls that came in and just kind of bought in right away. So it's been a nice mix of youth and a little bit of a veteranship.
And the veterans, I mean, you look at Danielle Fiala, the Morgan sisters, they've really changed as far as their approach to the game, because right now they're going out expecting there to win, it seems like, where in years past they were just, you know, trying to fight for the W. Yeah,
well, I think we always want to expect to win. It doesn't always happen, but yeah, and I think it's also taken a lot of pressure off them. They've been able to execute better, and they've just been more relaxed because we've had other people step up their game, and they've just been such a nice team concept. So again, as much as it's been a great season for them, I think they've been successful because of the strength around them.
And you guys have shown the strength on offense. You've really been attacking opponents. I mean, over 400 shots this season. Even if they're not going in, it's nice to see that you guys are on the other side of the field really trying to put the pressure on the opponent.
Yeah, and it's really been starting with our defense. So again, as much as we have created offense, I think the biggest difference this season has been just the quality of our defense, starting with our attackers from the attacking down to the midfielders and then all the way to our defense and goalie.
And defense is really the best way to create the offense. It seems that the Cardinals were causing turnovers when they really needed them in games this year.
Yeah, and again, we always talk about keeping it clean and really trying to get the stop early so that we don't need to defend all the way from our own goal up. So it's a lot nicer to win the ball, you know, within 30 yards of the goal versus right in front of your own goal mouth.
And your last line of defense, Sarah Hahn, has done a nice job. She's had a couple of years to sort of grow into the position and really is now a veteran between the pipes.
Yeah, she's been tremendous, and I think she's somebody who's often overlooked, but she's so clutch. She makes the big save when she needs to. She's great about shaking things off. She's always just focusing on the next save. So she's also played a huge role now this year's success.
She's definitely led to this team's success. Don't go away, because after the break, we continue to break down the team with Coach Kapanen right after this.
Yes, ready.
Oh, come on, Randy. Animal shelter, here I come. And no, I'm not crazy or emotionally damaged. That's a stereotype. I just belong to a total loser. I'm a good dog. So if you want a pet, adopt. And if you see Randy, tell him he dropped his wallet.
Welcome back. With us still is lacrosse coach Jenni Kapanen. Coach, so the team has a battle with Carthage that goes into overtime. How do you think that win has prepared you guys for this weekend in a rematch of that game?
I think just the mindset that we've really talked about all season long, and that is to play 60 minutes, sometimes a little more than 60 minutes, but executing when it matters, not getting too wrapped up about the score earlier in the game. It takes less than 10 seconds to score a goal. So again, I think it just gave us a lot of confidence knowing that we'll be able to find a way, and you can fall behind. You just got to keep playing and eventually hopefully put yourself in the position to earn the W.
And you guys, you fell behind in that game 3-0, but you showed the resilience and just kept fighting and fighting and fighting. Didn't even lead until that final goal, but the fact that you guys were able to score that game-tying goal, and it was a Cardinal that only had 2 other goals that season, really shows that this team just was going to fight to the very end.
Yeah, and it just speaks for the depth that we have and the confidence to give an opportunity to take that shot to somebody who's very new to the team, hasn't scored a lot, and for her to just come out and put it away. was brilliant. So it was a lot of fun.
Unfortunately, you guys weren't able to pull off the comeback completely against Augustana. You guys fought back in that game as well, but they were on the winning end of a 1-goal game. How does that loss help you guys? Because, like you said, you can't win them all.
Well, you can't win them all. We'd like to think that we could. But again, I don't think it was really the loss that we took away from that. Of course, we're fired up because of it. But if anything, we felt good about how we played. We put ourselves in the position to win the game. We minimize some of our mental mistakes that we made towards the end. And again, it's going to be one of those games that will probably come down to the wire.
And this team seems to be having fun out there. How do you try and, as a coach, let the girls know that, win or lose, the best part out there is just go out there and, have a good time?
I don't think it even comes from me. I think that's just who they are as people, as players. Sometimes they're the ones that bring it out of me. I mean, everybody loves to compete. In practices, it's competitive, and again, I don't need to tell them that let's compete. So again, it's just a mindset that all of us share, and one of the reasons why we've been pretty good this year.
And is that something you're looking at when you're bringing in new Cardinals, girls that you feel will fit well and gel well with the rest of the players on the team?
Yeah, that's definitely one of the questions that I always ask, and I ask, how do you feel about competition? Because as much as you can try to make somebody want to win, some people want it just a little more, and I certainly want to get the ones that want to win, want to compete. It's not about the wins. We want to win, but I want to get people who love the competition, because again, down the road, that's really what you remember, and hopefully getting the wins through the competition, but you're not going to win unless you want to compete.
And with so many younger Cardinals contributing to the team this year, are you hoping that this is just the start of good things to come and what could be a very competitive conference in the future?
Oh yeah, this is still just a step in the right direction, but we're not where we want to be. We have our long-term goals, and we want to keep growing and getting better. And obviously, we have our eyes on the NCAA tournament, and we will have potentially a shot at it this year. And if not, then that's going to remain our goal.
Hey, you mentioned the tournament. I didn't want to jump too far ahead, but since you mentioned it, there's an automatic bid on the line for the first time ever in the MWLC tournament. Do you guys sort of know that in the back of your minds that if we win this, we're in the tournament?
Yeah, and I think all of the teams in the tournament know that that's the ultimate prize. But again, we're not going to get ahead of ourselves. We've got a tough game on Friday, and again, we'll try to go in and be as good as we can be. But of course, it's nice to know that we are in the position that we can fight for it, unlike maybe the previous years.
Does it make it a little bit sweeter that you're going up against one of the rivals in Carthage College this Friday, or does it, make it a little harder because you know that team plays you guys so close?
I don't think it makes a difference at all. It doesn't matter who we're up against. We know it's a semis in the conference tournament, and just like any other game, we're going to stick to our routine, go out and try to put it away.
Well, hopefully that routine pays off. Coach, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
When we return, we welcome in two Cardinals that are hoping to help the team take home the conference tournament championship. Don't go away.